Tonight at 6, we brought you part one of our special report on, we're just calling it stupid 911 calls that are really anything but emergencies.
Well, now in part 2 of our special, Cedra Mayfield tells us why one man's endless crank calls to 911 landed him behind bars.
911.
I want my idea. This dude's gonna come and get me and make me blood sandwiches.
This is 911. I don't have your ID. I don't know. The officer says he doesn't have it either.
I got the ticket that he gave me, but not my ID.
After misplacing his ID, William Sams called Jackson County 911 over.
911.
Hey, I want my ID and these guys ain't answering.
And over.
911.
You ain't that busy, man. I want my ID.
Again, a total of 30 times in one night.
Why do you keep calling?
Because I'm mad about my ID.
It's clear from the calls he didn't have an emergency.
The sergeant said if you're harassing 911, which you are, that they will come out and take you to jail.
I guarantee you they ain't gonna come and arrest me.
But he was wrong, and this recorded abuse of the 911 system landed him behind bars.
It delays our service by having to answer non-priority calls on a 911 line.
Lara Gillentine is the dispatch supervisor for Eaton County.
For abusing 911 and calling over and repeatedly, you can be arrested.
Sams was charged with a misdemeanor, ordered to pay a fine, and placed on probation. But not all non-emergency calls to 911 are in poor judgment. Some are simply a mistake. Sometimes dispatchers get accidental calls, often from callers who must dial 9, followed by a 1 before an area code to dial out. If you accidentally dial 911, Gillentine says it's important you stay on the line.
If you just hang up, oops, I called 911, and you hang up, you're now taking our time because we ought to call you back and make sure there really is no emergency.
To avoid taking time away from those dealing with real emergencies,
Central Dispatch,
remember these simple tips. Before calling 911, ask yourself, is this really an emergency? If someone is hurt or there's an imminent threat, the answer is yes. But if you're calling for information instead of help, the answers can be found elsewhere, like online or through information service lines like Michigan's 211. Remember, it is against the law to dial 911 if you're not in an emergency.
You know, being a 911 dispatcher is a very stressful job, and these kind of calls, they're no joke. It's not a joking matter.
Absolutely. A lot of times the calls seem funny on the surface, but the time that they take away from those in real emergencies can actually be life-threatening. That's why the penalties are as serious as jail time in some cases.
And again, that's the bottom line. We call it stupid 911 calls. You go from stupid 911 to a stupid criminal.
Yeah.
You're going to have a jail record.
Absolutely. It can land you behind bars. It can land you with a criminal record. Bottom line, save yourself some time and trouble. If it's not an emergency, don't dial 911.
And by the way, when you hear somebody say on that call, I guarantee you they ain't coming to arrest me, they're coming to arrest you.
Yeah.
That's the next step.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Cedra.
Thanks, Cedra.